Welcome back to Foolproof Hunter. I'm Joe, and in today's video, I'm trying two rye powerhouses from 2025. Elijah Craig A925 and Michter's Barrel Strength Rye. Let's get some quick details on each of these, get them poured up. Let's figure out which one's better, at least to my palate. So this is the 2025 release. This is Elijah Craig's first release of a Barrel Proof Rye. So it was actually came out of nowhere, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people didn't even see this one coming. So this is batch A925. It's a 12-year, 3-month age stated product, coming in at 108 proof. And up against it, we have Michter's 2025 Barrel Strength, limited release Barrel Strength Rye, coming in at 109.8 proof. This is barrel number 25B0415, in case you're curious. Let's get these poured up, blind them, and see which one I think is better. Because this one here is about $100 to $120 retail. Good luck finding it for that. This one's around 70, 80 bucks. I have tried both of these and like them both a lot. They have been open for a few months, so they've had time to air out a little bit. So let's get these poured up and see what I think. We're gonna call this glass one, glass two. Not gonna do any scoring or anything like that. I'm just gonna nose them, taste them, see which one I think is better, at least on my palate, give a few tasting notes of what I'm experiencing, and then maybe help you on your whiskey journey to help you decide which one of these you might want. If you're looking to get into ryes, these are actually pretty good ryes to get into. They are barrel strength, so keep that in mind. If you're just now getting into ryes, so good ones to get into. So on the nose. Good amount of rye on the nose, of course. There's a nice sweetness there. There's almost a nice hint of tobacco or a leather that I can kind of pick up on the back of the nose. Getting like some kind of a tea, black tea, not necessarily a green tea, but possibly. Either that or a cola type vibe on the palate. Mouthfeel on it's very oily. Very nice, coats the palate. I'm actually salivating. Cola notes there, barrel influence there, like a sweet kind of oakiness to it. Not a whole lot of mintiness or pine or menthol or deal or anything like that. Let's go to glass two, or B or glass two, doesn't matter. The other glass. Not quite as vibrant of a nose. Still getting some cola. Okay, there's a sweetness there. You know, it's not quite as revealing as the first one, on the nose anyways. Still a good nose. There's some fruit there that I may or may not have picked up on the first one, like orange peel or zest or something like that. There's a nice fruitiness in there. I mean, it's very, very faint, but it's kind of there. The leather is still there, the cola notes. Still not a lot of deal or pine or menthol or anything like that. Okay, a little just more subdued than the first one, but still a really nice nose on the palate. I'd have to say, I forget the proof points of each. I think the Elijah Craig was a higher proof point, but they both sit fairly similar. This one does seem to have a little more proof to it. The palate on this one is kind of like following the nose. It's not quite as vibrant and robust as this. It's still nice and complex. Mouthfeel on it's still pretty solid, not quite as good as this one, but it's still there. The mouthfeel is still very nice on it. Finish is fairly lingering like it was on the first one. We're gonna go back through these real quick, see what I think, give a final verdict, and we'll be done here. Yeah, that cola note and that tea note is right there on the nose, front and foremost. Still a great sipper, just a little more subdued. I was really expecting these to be very comparable, very head-to-head kind of, with just a differences here. Maybe a little more rye spice, maybe a little more depth, maybe a little more darkness, maybe a little more proof. Maybe I was expecting there to be a counter here, but so far, glass one, this glass seems to be above this one. Again, very nice, very crushable, very sippable. Great notes there. There's a little more of that rye spice starting to kind of come out of it. I'm kind of getting it around the edges, a little more, I don't really know how to say it, more rye spicy-y. All right, glass one for comparison again. The nose, there's more brown sugar. There's a little more sweetness there, a little more sweet oak. So on the nose, glass one wins handsomely. So on the palate. I could sit and drink both of these all day long. No problem at all. Be glad to have this in my glass. But I think the clear winner is glass 1 by a mile. So let's just do the reveal. Nothing else to say here. So, all right. So glass 2 is A. That is the Elijah Craig. So that means that Michter's barrel strength is my clear favorite, and it wasn't even close. That's kind of disheartening. I was really hoping that not only would Elijah Craig beat the Michter's barrel strength, I was hoping it would beat it by the same margin that the Michter's beat the Elijah Craig. Because I was really hoping to come out of this and say, you don't have to spend $120 a bottle. You can go spend $70, $75, $80 and get something far superior. That's not the case here. But hey, that just goes to show you that sometimes good whiskey costs a little more. Again, not to take anything away from this, this was probably my rye of the year for 2025. I didn't put out a video or anything like that. This Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye, the first one they've ever released, it's phenomenal tasting. It's a great rye to have on your shelf. Very approachable if you're coming over from bourbon or some other whiskeys. Not going to blow your palate out. Not a ton of rye spice, not a ton of menthol or dill or anything like that. Cloves, stuff like that. Very approachable, very good, and cash drink. So on the other hand, I mean, Michter's, there's a reason why this is like some people's favorite rye of all time. I can see it. I mean, it's good. It's really good. So, all right, well, let me know down in the comments which one you thought was going to win and which one do you think actually should win. Again, this is all subjective based on my palate and how I'm tasting it here in this moment, but let me know down in the comments what you thought, what bottles maybe I should blind next. If you made it to the end of the video, I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Everyone that subscribes, hits that like button, throws comments down there. Really appreciate it. Love engaging with the community. That's what I want to actually build here, is a community where we can talk. Eventually going to set up maybe some Discord servers, things like that, so we can talk directly and we can like build a community here. That's actually my goal in 2026. Until next time, cheers y'all.